Welcome back, everybody. Brian Schwager here, founder of the Wellness Movement Center, here to present the Power of Preparation Part 2, Movement and Mobility Prep, and also to answer some questions whether mobility is better than flexibility before working out. Well, I'll tell you right here, it takes a lot more balance and coordination to do this half-kneeling upper body rotation exercise. I'm also increasing the range of motion of my upper torso while my lower torso is remaining stable so I don't fall over. Now watch what happens here though on this next rep. Whoa, I have a slight loss of balance there. That's because when I was first assessed many years ago, we had found that my right glute was a little bit weaker than my left, and I had a decreased range of motion rotating to the left compared to the right. So I'll always add a few more reps to my weaker side. That's what I do for everybody. That's what's unique about how I design exercise systems, whether they be strength, flexibility, or whatever, is based on the assessment. They're in the preparatory part of your exercise system. You may do more on the left and you may do more on the right for various reasons. This standing ankle mobility exercise is going to stretch out the lower calf, the soleus, while increasing the range of motion of the ankle while keeping the foot in neutral position. Wow, there's a lot going on there, but I teach my clients how to fish and not just give them a fish for a day. So it's all about, teaching them how to exercise correctly. Now, there's a variety of different, movement and mobility exercises that I can implement for my client. Again, it's all based on their age, their goal, what their intentions are, and what was found in their assessment. I can do a lot of these closer to the ground, which I call unloaded. That way, they don't have to worry about balance and coordination. They can focus on integrating a variety of different muscles while they actively loosen up the joint. But when you get to standing, or what I call loaded movement and mobility exercises, now it requires more balance, coordination, and control using your motor control system or your nervous system. Here in this stretch for the chest, on the right side, I'm stepping forward with the right foot. The left, or the trailing leg, now I've switched sides, I'm getting a calf stretch on the opposite side. I'm getting a front hip stretch on the opposite side. And then here on this left side, I'm getting a chest stretch. My clients love the idea that I use economy in motion. Something I learned years ago studying martial arts. Why do 4 or 5 movements when I can do 2? Why do 4 or 5 different movement and mobility prep exercises when I might be able to cover 3 or 4 muscle groups in one motion? That's economy in motion. That saves time. The other thing I'm teaching my clients is that as you're initiating the movement part of the action, you're contracting the other side of the muscle group. So in this case, I'm contracting the back of my shoulders to elicit elongation from the chest muscles that I'm trying to stretch. In this active hip and hamstring stretch, I'm using tubing to create a reaction to my neuromuscular system. Hence, the name of the exercise is reactive neuromuscular training. What reaction it's delivering to me is it's trying to pull me out of balance while I'm doing this exercise. And there's various reasons why it's doing that. There's a science behind everything I implement into my corrective exercise or exercise system strategies. But it is offering me more work to integrate various muscles to create stability so that I can get adequate mobility where needed. So in this walking thigh stretch, now I'm adding movement while I'm stepping forward. I'm thinking in my mind that I'm contracting my hamstrings. Now, if you don't know where your hamstrings are, they're in the back right behind your thighs, that big muscle behind your thigh. I'm thinking about contracting that as I'm raising my heel towards my butt, and then that sends a message to my brain. My brain sends a message to my thigh to let go, to inhibit, to turn off, so that I can get a more adequate stretch. Reciprocal inhibition is becoming more and more popular with stretching. In this walking hip and piriformis stretch, again, We can do this exercise on the ground as a what I call an integrated stretch, unloaded. And then here I'm doing a fully integrated, loaded hip stretch. And to give you an idea what it would be like if it was unloaded, here, let me do this. This is my 72-year-old client, Judy, doing the active, unloaded Piriformis stretch or hip stretch. And everything's done with good form. So as I'm walking across this floor doing my loaded, fully integrated hip Piriformis stretch, I'm activating my core, my posture is in the right position. You know, it's all about technique. It's all about form. It's not how many you do. It's not the kind of exercises that you do. It's how you do them. It's all about form. Everything's done with good posture. Everything's done with the right breathing. All the activation of the appropriate stabilizers are happening unconsciously. Just like in this exercise, I can't see where I'm going. I'm stepping back to stretch the thigh and the hip flexor, so I'm waking up my proprioceptive system. I'm sporting my Animal House Gym t-shirt there from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where I used to train some professional power lifters. And that particular morning, I was about to go into a heavy power routine, so I needed really to get my dynamic stability up and ready for action. As always, I share because I care. Please, if you want to learn more about getting assessed or getting a customized exercise system, here's the contact information. And read my article, Mobility versus Flexibility, which is better before working out, which is attached with this vlog. Be well and bye for now, everyone.